Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Zinia and welcome back to Zinia Reacts. As you guys saw in the title of this video, I'm doing another true crime story. And when I say this one hits close to home, I mean it literally, because this did happen in my hometown and I just remembered it the other day and I was like, I really have to share this tragic story with you guys. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. We will be looking into the case of Leandre Gichels, a young lady from the Eastern Cape in East London. So Leandre, you guys, was a beautiful young lady. She was born and raised in East London, a very small, not a small town, but it's a town in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. She was the daughter to Rita and Enselen Gichels. I'm not sure how many siblings she has, but I think she does have a brother. I'm not quite sure about that, but she does also have a younger sister, Chandra Gichels, you guys. So moving on, you guys, Leandre would then be described to be a very bubbly person, very proactive, a creative person, quite an athlete, guys, to be quite honest with you. And I can attest to that for sure, because I remember growing up in my primary school, we used to play hockey, and my primary school used to play against her primary school, and she was one of the top players in her team. So I remember Leandre for sure being that proactive player and also a proactive person, as they would describe. So that is how she has been described, you guys. Furthermore, you guys, she was so proactive. She always wanted to keep busy. She always wanted to keep fit. She was quite an athlete for sure. So growing up, you guys, she was participating in many sports curriculums. She was participating in hockey, like I just said now. I remember even an outside club growing up. I think just when we went to our high schools, she was still playing hockey, I think, but then she drifted off to karate, and that's where she excelled, you guys. She then joined a karate club also close to also in her neighborhood in East London, and she excelled, you guys, so much so that she even obtained a black belt. Her karate teachers, or I don't know what's the word, what would be the word, you guys, for the teachers in karate? I'm sure there's a word for it. But her managers in karate, you guys, they all would praise her. They said she was quite an athlete. She was so diligent, so obedient. She was the star of the class in most cases, and quite a hardworking one as well. So she was quite an athlete, and she would literally excel in anything that she would put her mind to. I also saw, you guys, on the internet that she did go on and further her studies, and she did obtain a bachelor's degree in science. So I'm not really sure if that is accurate, because later on they would then say that she then becomes a teacher at a school in Willow Park, also an area in East London. Moving on, you guys, she was known to be so good in her karate class that she then had an interest in boxing. So you guys, she then entered a boxing club as well in Dansane, also not in the outskirts of East London, but also in East London, one of the biggest townships actually in South Africa. So you guys, at the karate club, she was so good, you guys. She won championships after championships. She won the championship in 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2012. So you guys can only imagine how good this young lady was and how much of a bright future she had ahead of her. Moving on, you guys, she then had an interest in boxing as well. She then she joined the boxing club, Winners Boxing Team, which is a boxing team in East London, and even there, you guys, she won championships after championships. Like, she was so good at boxing that she knew that, okay, this is it for her and this is where she's going to succeed in. Moving on, you guys, I think then she was supposed to, or she did go fight in Saudi Arabia. I'm not too sure, but that's how good she was. She won nationals championships, you guys. She was leading the South African flag quite high in her caliber. So she was quite a good athlete. She had a whole bright future ahead of her for sure. Moving on, you guys, this is when she actually met her boyfriend. His name is Bulelani, a 37-year-old young man, and he also was good in the karate team. And moving on, you guys, about Bulelani, he worked as a police officer in South Africa. He worked for the tactical team response in East London, and yeah, he was known for that, and he was a police officer in that regard. Moving on, you guys, they would describe their relationship to have been quite a normal relationship, nothing out of the usual. Everything was fine in the beginning, up until things became a bit intense, where Bulelani was showing signs of abusiveness towards Leandre. He was showing signs of obsessiveness towards Leandre, and that's when she actually decided, you know what, we can't be together anymore. And this guy was threatening her, and he was just doing the most. I think he even threatened to shoot her. Literally, he threatened to shoot her, and that's when she and her mom together went to the police station to open up a protection order against Bulelani. Guys, they went to the East London police station to go open a protection order against Bulelani. They said that when they got to the police station, there was a lady there. I think she was the only lady at the station at the time, and they spoke to the lady, and then they opened up the protection order. And to their surprise, you guys, when they got there, they were already shaking. They were fearful. They were scared of their lives. They did feel threatened. That's why they went there, obviously. And her mom described it as the fact that their lives were not the same anymore with this man, like just threatening their lives and just doing the most. When they got to the police station, the lady assisting them, she literally said that, no, don't worry, I will go and give this to him. So you guys, and then the lady also says that she's going to call him, because obviously she knows him, and she wanted to save his embarrassment of being served at his workplace. So that for me already is troublesome, but we'll get to that more in a bit. So you guys, they were so fearful that Leandre would never travel by herself, going to gym, going to work, going to all the things that she needed to attend to, all the commitments. She would never travel by herself. She would either travel with her mom or she'll travel with her dad. And even when they do go out, you guys, the mom said they were always paranoid. They were always scared, looking around, trying to see if anyone is following them. I mean, you guys, that alone like just freaks me out, because it just shows how much these people were fearing for their life. And to even add with the fact that he was a police officer, I mean, someone that was supposed to protect you, and now you are literally fearing for your life. Yo guys, I just felt so bad when I heard this story. So moving on, you guys, in August 2019, one very fateful day where Leandre will be shot to her death. On that morning, her mother says that there was nothing out of the ordinary. It was just a regular day. They then got ready. They went by their day. When obviously they came back, it was time for them to hit the gym. As they went by their day, got ready, and then when time came for them to hit the gym, they got ready and just drove off. So now the gym was in Mdansane, which is quite a bit of a drive from their home where they stay. So they thought, okay, and there's nothing out of the ordinary driving to the gym. So they got in the car and then they drove off to the gym. Her mom said that at this particular day, it was just a regular day. They weren't fearful. Everything was, yes, they did have that fear, they did have that anxiety, but on that day there was nothing that was standing out. There was nothing out of the ordinary. So as they were driving, you guys, and as mom is driving, they notice a white Mercedes-Benz following them and driving literally bumper to bumper towards them. And she felt threatened by that, and then she thought, okay, maybe let me move off to the side so that he can pass or pass by her or move over. And this Mercedes-Benz, when she went, let's say, left, he also went left. And when he came closer, that's when Leandre noticed. Car came closer, that's when Leandre noticed that Bulelani was in the car. The man that's been threatening her, the man that's been threatening to shoot her, this police officer, her ex-boyfriend that she has a protection order against, he was right behind her and he was following them again. So you guys, the mom said when she saw that and when Leandre confirmed that, she tried to put on gas on the accelerator, you guys. She pressed on that accelerator. Unfortunately, you guys, the Mercedes-Benz, this guy just went past and blocked her way. When he did that, she tried to reverse back and then obviously make a U-turn. She said that she didn't even get to finish that whole scenario to at least get away from him. He then got out of the car and he started shooting at them, you guys. He got out of the car. She describes it as the first shot went to her eye, or it scratched her eye. The second shot, she could feel that it got to her. The third shot, the fourth shot, and then the shots just continued and continued. Guys, witnesses came forward on the crime scene, said that this man, he just got out of the car walking very calmly, shooting at their car. And then he just stopped after shooting them and walked back to the car. Like there was absolutely nothing wrong. He did it as if it was just a regular day in the office, which was quite bizarre. So you guys, after shooting them, obviously the mom then lost control because she said that she went into a fade and she just started losing her motion or her mobility. Then it was said, you guys, then she said that she just pulled off to the side. You guys, this is the most devastating, and unfortunately, you guys, Leandre didn't make it out of that shooting alive. She passed away on the spot. Her mom was hit, but she then had to be hospitalized, and then I think she made a full recovery. However, her arm was quite in a bad condition. Guys, this was quite gruesome. When this news hit the media holistically and news everywhere, people went crazy, you guys. Communities, news reporters, social media. You guys need to remember that this happened in August, in Women's Month, and also, you guys, it was a time when where Uyinene was also killed at the post office in Cape Town, and so many other women were killed by their partners or men, and it was just such a bad state for the country holistically. People were fed up, people were tired, people were protesting, and it was just a sad day in East London that day. There was a memorial service held for Leandre. Oh, it was such a sad moment. It was streamed live on the news as well. It was quite a dignified funeral made for her as well. You guys must remember that she did represent South Africa when she went to fight in championships, so it was well deserved for sure. And then also, you guys, it is just so sad with the fact that she was so young. I think she was at the age of 25 when this happened. The memorial service was held at the City Hall in East London. It was said, you guys, that people came out in numbers. People came out in hundreds of numbers. You must remember, so many people knew her, supporters, friends and family. Some people didn't even know her, but they wanted to be there to just console the family and share their condolences with the family. It was quite a sad scene. The funeral, you guys, was humongous. It was quite a huge funeral, a very dignified one for sure. And you could see, you guys, the pain in the parents' eyes. They wanted justice for their daughter, and also because that they knew that this day was coming, and they tried everything to prevent this thing from happening, where her boyfriend, the person, ex-boyfriend, or this police officer, was coming to take her life. Moving on, you guys. So I'm sure you guys are asking what happened to this monster of a man. So you guys won't believe this. After he came out and he shot Leandre to her death and her mom, He tried to run away. He drove off. He was already outside of East London, driving off, and he was already in the outskirts of East London, moving towards in Paddy, a rural area, and that's when his car actually crashed. I think he was in a head-on collision, and his car lost control, and he passed away in that accident. Not immediately on the scene. He did suffer from severe head injuries where he was hospitalized, and then he succumbed to his injuries, so he passed away in hospital. And that's how the story ends, you guys. Like, I was like, no ways. There has to be a part where someone needs to pay for this. I feel like there's just too many loopholes. I feel like, okay, not loopholes per se, but I feel like the justice system failed Leandre so badly that a police officer, even when you go open up a protection order saying that this man threatened to shoot me, this man threatened to kill me, at a police station, this man has the gun. This is not just a scenario where you go to the police station saying that my boyfriend is gonna kill me or he's gonna shoot me, and there's no gun, there's nothing. This person had a gun, so for sure it's red flag. I'm not saying in any other cases it wouldn't be red flags, but a police officer, we all know they have access to so many things to harm you. So for them to take it lightly, for the lady that helped the Leandre and her mom at the police station, how could she have taken all of that lightly? How could she have not taken it seriously? Was it because it was a colleague? Was it because he was a friend? Why are you saving his embarrassment? Why? He didn't deserve that. He threatened people, and I feel like even whether you are a police officer, doesn't matter what your profession is. If you are a criminal, if you are a murderer, if you are a violent person, you need to be brought to justice. You are not supposed to be walking in these streets of civilization because you're not civil. You don't know how to be a good person in society, so you belong in jail, period. That's it. That's my opinion. You don't know how to behave yourself. You want to come out there threatening people, killing people. You don't deserve to be walking in the streets. You need to be locked up in jail and make you think or reassess your life. So you guys, there's so many things, and that's just how it ended. And a lot of people were like, oh, okay, but at least he died. But that's okay, that was his fate. If he had to die in a car crash right after killing another woman or killing someone else's child, then let that be. I'm okay with that. However, you guys, for the people that contributed, because this could have been easily been stopped, easily. This man, his gun could have been confiscated. He could have been fired from work immediately, no warning, no suspension. I mean, if someone comes and say that, no, this is what had happened, and you are a police officer, you are going out there threatening innocent people's lives, what are you doing? Of course, you need to be arrested. There's no easy way going about it. There's no, okay, no, don't stress, I'll call him, I'll speak to him. No. We're not talking about a regular person. We're talking about someone that knows the law. We're talking about someone that's been trained about the law. So I don't get it. I don't get it how people on the other side that should have also protected Leandre by keeping this monster away from her, I don't know how they failed to do that. And I feel like for it just to end just like that abruptly, okay, she passed away, okay, the murderer, accused, or whoever, he also passed away, so I guess that's a wrap, case closed. No. I feel like justice has still not been served. I mean, whoever his manager, supervisor, or especially the person that did the protection order, who helped the family do the protection order, they didn't take the necessary steps to save Leandre's life, and that's that on that for sure. So I just feel like it was a sad case, you guys. I mean, this girl had a bright future ahead of her. She was a champion, she was a winner, literally, you guys, and her life was just taken away just like that. I mean, come on, it is just so sad. I mean, people have lost a daughter, a sister, a cousin, a niece. There's just so many bad things that was stolen from this family, and there's no one really paid, or no one is really paying for it. Everyone is just moving on and going about their life, which is quite sad, to be quite honest. So you guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of the story. Have you guys heard about baby Leandre Jechels? She was a superstar, you guys, in her own right. She was a superstar. She was representing South Africa. She was representing women in the boxing and karate industry, and she was shining, you guys. She was shining bright for sure. So if you guys know the story, or if there is any other cases you guys would like for me to cover, please comment down below. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Also, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. From me to you, with so much love. I'll see you guys on my next upload.